Welcome to today's session where we're diving into the OSI model and connecting it to medical devices. If you've ever wondered how your phone, your laptop, or even a hospital infusion pump can reliably share data across networks, the OSI model is the framework behind that magic. We'll explore each layer from the physical cables to the application level and see how it ties into safe and effective medical technology. The OSI model might seem abstract, but when you connect it to real world devices like infusion pumps or CT scanners, it suddenly becomes very practical. Stick around and you'll see how the 7 layer model is the backbone of reliable medical device communication. Why should a medical device engineer even care about the OSI model? Here's the deal. Communication is everything. A device can't just exist in isolation. It has to interact with networks, hospital IT systems, and sometimes even cloud-based monitoring platforms. The OSI model helps us break that complexity. By separating communication into 7 layers, we can pinpoint where problems might occur and design safer, more reliable devices. For instance, understanding how data gets encrypted and sent across networks is critical for patient safety. Without a structured framework, troubleshooting would be like searching for a needle in a haystack. This is why the OSI model is a foundation worth mastering. What are the 7 layers? At the top level, the OSI model has 7 distinct layers: physical, data link, network, transport, session, presentation, and application. Each one plays a unique role. The physical layer is all about cables, Wi-Fi signals, and electrical connections. Data link ensures data frames are sent without errors. Network routes the data across systems. Transport ensures everything arrives intact. Session keeps track of ongoing conversations between devices. Presentation translates data into a format the application can understand. And finally, application is where the user sees results, like a nurse's monitor or medical imaging display. Each layer builds on the previous one, creating a reliable chain of communication. Let's zoom into some of these layers with examples. The physical layer is your hospital's Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi routers. Without them, devices don't even connect. At the transport layer, think about ensuring that a patient's vital signs streaming to a monitoring station don't lose critical information. And at the application layer, you've got software interfaces like the nurse's station display. Each layer adds value and reliability. Without the network layer, imaging data couldn't reach a specialist across the hospital. Without transport, sensitive signals could be incomplete. And without application, clinicians wouldn't have a meaningful way to interact with the device data. Here's a relatable scenario. Imagine a CT scanner sending a large imaging files to a central hospital database. At the physical layer, the scanner connects via optic cables. The data link layer ensures frames of data don't get corrupted. The network layer routes it through the hospital's internal network. The transport layer guarantees the entire file arrives. The session layer manages ongoing connection. The presentation layer makes sure the data is viewable in the right format. And finally, the application layer allows radiologists to access those images in their workstation software. This journey shows how Every layer of the OSI model plays a part in ensuring patient care isn't interrupted. If you're building or working with medical devices, here are a few tips. First, don't skip the learning the OSI model. It makes troubleshooting so much easier. Second, when designing a connected device, think about which OSI layers it directly touches. For example, a wearable heart monitor might deal with physical data link and network layers heavily, but also needs secure transport and application layers. Finally, use the OSI model as a checklist for safety and compliance. When data security is critical, you lean more on the higher layers. When reliability is essential, you'll pay attention to transport. Treat it as a map. It guides design and problem solving. Looking ahead, the OSI model is still a core reference even as networking evolves. For example, in healthcare, we're seeing the rise of cloud integration, IoT devices, and AI-driven diagnostics. These advances all still rely on the principles of the OSI model. Even if implementations get more complex, expect more emphasis on secure transport and application layers as devices connect outside of local hospital networks. There's also growing focus on interoperability standards, which is making sure devices from different manufacturers can communicate seamlessly. That's where the OSI framework still shines. It provides a universal structure for connecting diverse technologies in safe, predictable ways. To wrap up, the OSI model isn't just something you memorize for an exam. It's a practical guide for designing, troubleshooting, and understanding how devices communicate. For medical device engineers, this framework is especially powerful because lives often depend on reliable communication. From infusion pumps to CT scanners, every device that touches a network relies on the 7 layers, working seamlessly together. If you're serious about excelling in biomedical engineering, keep the OSI model in your toolkit. It will help you design smarter, troubleshoot faster, and ensure that the technology you create serves patients safely and effectively. Subscribe if you want more insights like this.